10,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Waiting.
On second down, here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ken Crowley. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
So this is what I'm looking for here about how this drive just started.
Disjointed.
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Gun.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'll set up a throw. Well, he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him. And back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shifted.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing now is Wentz. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in, frankly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rashard Robinson with a pick. Not that time for Watkins. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Hicks in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Hoffman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. His pass caught at the 4. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now back to throw, and that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's 3rd and 4.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, empty, empty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Fletcher Cox. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 44 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Grade 15, grade 15.
Wentz now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Detroit!
So first
Detroit!
and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. A final shot before half for Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is picked up by the Saints. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Green, 39. Green.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On third down, here's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at about the 32. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And now here's another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. He was looking for Watkins that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Kamara. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drop.
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sammy Watkins, 96 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. Wentz now to throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Saints. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hang in there now.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Great 15. Great 15. Great 15.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to... And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is trying...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A give. This is Camaro. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And with it flagged down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moreno. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Wentz. And his pass, incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. Again, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining. And the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them, is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll drop the throw. The open man is Smith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Set. Green.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
On the carry, it's Logan. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Gun.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Now let's go.
Kamara. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And Lutz puts this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win.